I have AIDS growing down my back towards my ass crack at the speed of light. AIDS, it's contagious. Do you want me to give you a kiss? I'll give you some AIDS.
No.
I'll give you some AIDS. One country boy to another.
Okay, do you want to
I'll give you some AIDS. I'll give you some AIDS.
God.
Can I get an A-I-D?
God.
AIDS, yeah.
What is up, guys, and welcome back to Thought Cluster. It's your boy Luke back here.
And Grif.
Oh,
Grif's
back
also here.
with
Hey, you know we're all gonna fucking die?
some point in our lives.
You
Yeah.
know about that? Mm-hmm. Start drinking.
No. Hey. Whoa. Hey. Ah. Okay. You can't do that.
Come to work drunk.
Keep them up.
Start eating my foot.
All right. Okay.
What is, guys? Welcome back to episode 21. We're filming this on the same day that we filmed 20. So if the sun goes down, it's a little bit fucked up in the light. Eat ass! It'll make it brighter. Trust me, I've done that before. On a deer. Okay, that's... You're triggering me.
Okay. Anyway.
Was that a personal attack?
Was that a personal attack?
When you love Hitler. Sorry, go ahead.
Okay.
Hey, bring it down. 98.5 the mix.
Okay. Okay, so today we're gonna be talking. This is my topic. Okay? This is my first and foremost. Okay. The topic is
Is the topic just you?
no. It's not stalling. No. Music. Okay. I think me and you can both extremely relate to music on like an emotional level. Correct?
Yeah.
And I think damn near everybody can relate to music on an
Except for
emotional
people that
level.
are deaf.
Yeah, those goddamn bastards.
Subtitles, playing music, deaf people. Sorry.
I've been looking for someone. Yeah, you got it. Okay, anyway,
Oh,
so
no.
yeah, that was pretty bad.
Dad. No, it was good. I think you have a career.
Yeah, Mr.
Papa John's.
Le Leche Papi.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, I knew that would intrigue you. Okay, anyways.
Yeah, I'm interested.
So, what I'm thinking about with okay. So, have you ever? Let me ask you this.
Have you
ever made like a huge playlist of just all your favorite songs?
Yeah.
Okay, now let me ask you this.
Well, let me ask you this
Let me ask you this one time of fucking consecutive jokes. Have you ever made a playlist, but with a certain genre of music?
Mm-hmm.
But like a huge long one of like all your favorite songs in that certain genre?
Yeah.
Okay, so I had this playlist on my Spotify that's been going for, I think, since like March, something like that. March.
Women's March. Since the Women's March.
Yeah, worst time of my life. You know they were marching?
Because of women.
Back into the kitchen.
Oh,
Anyways.
where they're marching.
Anyways.
Yeah, because they were going to make sandwiches. Yeah, that's really funny.
I like how you said because they're women. You know where they were marching?
You said,
because they're women.
I thought you said, do you know why they're marching? And I'm like, because they're women?
No. Okay, anyways. So I have this huge long playlist.
Do you remember that time on the podcast where you voice cracked? Oh yeah, it's every goddamn episode. Go through puberty, you fuck.
I already have.
Twice.
Wait, what does Link say?
I know, I can't think of it.
Everything that's happened before is happening some more.
That's all I'm comfortable sharing at this point.
But
That's
anyways,
pretty deep. Sometimes I think... Go ahead.
I think that our universe... Okay, anyway, so... Stop.
I wasn't even,
You motherfucker.
I wasn't even meaning to do that. It just tastes so good. So I'm like, oh, let's keep going. All right, yeah.
God
Let me
damn it.
just...
Stop. Why would you do that?
Well, if you didn't talk, it wouldn't have fucked it up.
Okay, anyways. So what do I just stop talking?
Well, I'm adjusting it. Go ahead.
Okay, so I have this huge long playlist of all of the 70s and 80s music that I absolutely adore. But the only thing is about it...
We're making hearts at you, audio listeners.
But the only thing about it is that it's all 70s and 80s.
Mm-hmm.
Only 70s and 80s. And obviously I listen
to... Get you in that vibe?
Yeah. But there's some.
But you only listen to 70s and 80s. You don't fucking listen to
not
anything else.
necessarily.
What do you listen to that like has come out within the past year? I'm saying consistently, like daily or weekly. You listen to it.
Like new music by them, or just like the same song like over and over again.
What? I'm just saying like a new artist. Joji.
Joji.
But you don't even really
Willow
listen to him too much.
Smith.
Really?
Yeah, she's actually banging, dude.
I haven't heard any of hers. Well, the "Oh, in my hand, I came out." Do you remember when that came out?
Yeah, that was awful.
Not gonna say a date because we know how that goes, boys.
I think it was like 2015.
See, I was gonna guess 2013 again.
Yeah, so not that far off, but you know, okay, so not that far. Lil
CGI
Wayne.
that.
I want to say Playboy.
That was me
on
cutting my
Cardi.
throat for audio.
I want to
listeners.
say Playboy on Cardi.
What?
Hovey Benjamin.
I know none of these people.
Well, they're today.
Fair enough.
So I don't know. What
Fair
you
enough.
say.
Play ball.
But okay. Anyways, so it's all just 70s and 80s, and the cool thing about it is that I know like 3 or 4 older people that have Spotify Premium, and they have told me multiple times that my playlist is fire.
Yeah, because it's from their time.
Yeah, I know, but the thing is like, it was like they just like I'm good at like they're like, wow, you're so good at making playlists, like you're so good at like compiling all this like good music and stuff like that. Like I'm
Well,
good
yeah,
at
it's music from their time.
music. Good music.
But I guarantee if you went up to like a normal person of today's world, hell, even me, I'd be like, what the fuck are you doing? What are you listening to?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
But
No,
like
it's
still
dope.
at the same
How many
time,
songs do you think are on there?
I think it's around 106.
That's actually how much my because I have a playlist for Imagine Dragon songs. It's called Imagine if you want to download that shit.
Hold on, let me check. And there's a certain, that gives you like a time of like how long it is.
Yeah.
So there's, let's see. I don't know. Does it say how many songs are in it?
Yeah. It should. Mine's on a computer, so.
115. Okay, and it's 8 hours and 8 minutes.
I think mine's around 100, and that's just Imagine Dragon songs.
Yeah.
But
so in
half their
8
songs aren't
hours,
fucking available on
8
Spotify.
hours for 115 songs. That's a decent amount of time for 115 songs. Like, I mean,
Plus, you're gonna listen to every
going
single
through
one
all of
them once.
that, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm not really big on making playlists, to be honest. The only ones that I have are like for like mood music
I have a
and
lot.
Imagine, and then I have literally I think I have 3 playlists. I have one for Imagine Dragons. I have one for like kind of mood music while I'm like editing, or if I just want to like relax, or like when I'm waking up in the morning having some breakfast on the back porch. Last episode, if you want to check that out. And then I have a workout playlist.
Right.
Naturally.
That's understandable. And like for me,
I'm not big on playlists.
like
If I want to listen to a song, I'll just listen.
the 80s and 70s music, what's really really cool about it is that so many people like wanted to keep with like the style of like wow, like synthesizer, like bass guitar.
So it's just kind of like a one track.
like it's like a one track almost, but also it goes through like every mood
That's
ever
cool.
imaginable. So like there's hype 80s music in there. There's like chill 80s
Put your hands in the
music.
air.
And there's like well, it's
Clap
not,
that ass.
it's not just like it's the 80s, it's also 70s. So like there's a mix of like every type of mood through every like through both of those time periods. And it's like super cool because like I've compiled it into there. Like in whatever mood I'm feeling, I know which song to go to. And it's all in one playlist.
Let us know in the comment section below what playlists you have created and or recommend. that
And
you
like
find.
what genres they are and like
By the way, I think that's the dopest thing that people can make playlists and then share them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool.
And like
It's the modern day mixtape.
on this one, like it's super cool because I love the fact that I can go to my playlist and it says like I have 3 followers. I know that's not that many obviously.
Yeah, but some
like,
people enjoyed it.
Exactly.
I guarantee you they're all in their 40s.
Yeah, unfortunately. But still, I think that's super cool that like I've been taught by or like not taught but like told by people that like wow, like your music's so cool and like the how you make your playlists and all that kind of stuff are like super cool.
Uh-huh.
So I thought that was pretty cool.
Let me ask you something. This is kind of like something I've been rolling around in my head for a long fucking time. Ever since I've like started making videos and like kind of got somewhat of traction of like, hey, you're pretty good at that, right? Would you? Okay, let's say you won a contest and who's someone on the internet that you like really like?
Matt Carringer.
Matt Carringer. Okay, if you won like a contest to go hang out with him as a fan, right? Would you? Would you
Yeah,
go?
of course.
Okay. I don't know if I would.
Just like because it'd be like awkward and like just really weird.
It's not even that. Like I obviously look up to the dude 100%, right? I love the guy. I would... No, I'm kidding. I would high-five him crisply. Okay? And that's saying something. No. But I love the guy and I respect him. I love his videos. I've been watching him. I mean, I'm pretty sure I got you into him as well. I've been watching him for fucking ever. And it's cool because, like, seeing him go from, like, kind of like a smaller, just kind of like gun channel to, like, now he's, like, this huge actual YouTuber now. I mean, he's got 1 million followers on Instagram. Like, that's crazy enough as it is.
Yeah, I saw that. He got to 1 million before 1,000 posts. Before 1,000,
yeah. But here's my thing. I'm trying to, like, make it on YouTube or make it in music. I'm just now getting into music and stuff like that. Nothing, like, too serious yet. But, obviously, I'm trying to get in the realm of, like, being a creator and being somewhat of a public figure. You know what I'm saying? Not necessarily for fame, but just being in that mindset of, like, hey, I'm a creative, and this is what I do, right? Me going and, like, hanging out with Matt Carricker, I would feel weird. Because I feel like, you know, like, I want to be like, I'm here because I made it. I'm here hanging out with this cool fucking dude because we do the same thing, because we're like-minded, because we're both creatives. But if I went and hung out with him now, I would just feel like I'm just like a wannabe YouTuber, and he's like this big guy. You know what I'm saying? And I know that's kind of silly, but, like, do you get what I'm saying? Like, I'm a perfectionist where I have to, like, clean my room before I have people over, or otherwise, like, I feel weird about it. Like, everything has to be perfect before I, like, you know what I'm saying? So it's just kind of something I've been doing.
And, like, for me, how I would see that interaction going is, like, if I met Matt Carricker and I went to go over, like, to hang out with him or whatever, like, I would be, I would, like, almost try and, like, make friends with him. Yeah. Like, and not necessarily just be, like, there as, like, a fan and, like, a figure or whatever. Like, I don't know if that's even a word.
Yeah, no, I see what you're saying. And I would want to do that, too. But, like, I feel like he would just see me as, like, oh, this is a fan, he watched my content. But I would want him to see me like, this is a guy that I like, I respect his work, whether it's my music, my art, or my videos. My dumb, retarded videos, you know what I'm saying? Like, whether
you think he wouldn't?
I don't know. Like, I don't know. I always wonder about that. Like, I wonder if PewDiePie would like my videos. I wonder if Cody Ko would like my videos. I wonder if Gus Johnson would like... You know what I'm saying? That was always in my head. And I think it maybe for me it's like an intimidating thing. Because I wouldn't want to meet him and him just be like, you know, you're a big fan of my stuff. You know, I'm Matt Carricker, you're my fan, right?
And that makes sense. I can understand.
Not that he would talk down, but, you know, just that feeling. And I would want to be... So if I was going to meet someone, especially someone like him that I look up to, or even meeting Dan Reynolds, you know what I'm saying? I would rather meet him as an established artist than meeting him as a fan.
Right.
Any day of the week. And if I never get to meet him, it's fine.
I would want to meet Matt Carricker as a fan regardless. I mean, even if I did put out content like you do, and, like, I wouldn't necessarily present myself as, like, I'm like, that he's bigger than me or whatever. Like, I would see us as, like, and I know this is, like, a mental blockage, but, like, also, if I was uploading on YouTube like you are right now, like, regularly or whatever, like, I mean, this is sort of close. I mean, like, I take part in this, like, a lot, I guess, and Thought Cluster. And so I feel partially responsible and partially, like...
You're a host, yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, like...
You're part of it.
I mean, I feel like...
And plus, you're around me enough to know the process of making content.
Right, exactly. But, like, if I were to go up to somebody that also does, like, a podcast, like H3 or Gus Johnson or anybody, like, I would feel more of a personal connection rather than, like, a content connection, if that makes sense. Like... I would more so focus on the fact of, like, I'm here with this person.
We're both people and we both like this.
Yeah, I'm here with this person, not with this idol.
Yeah.
Or, like,
but
this
I feel
model.
like the only way that... Because you wouldn't get on... Neither one of us would get on H3 podcast.
Oh, no way.
The only reason that we would is if we did something. You know what I'm saying?
You remember when we were, like, talking about how we are going to, like, take over GMM?
Yeah.
And, like, like continue it or whatever when they were older. But seriously, consider it written.
But this is just stuff that we dreamed about when we were little. But yeah, I was thinking about that. And another thing, what was I going to say? Oh, I was watching Jen and Julian's podcast. By the way, if you guys haven't seen their podcast,
I have not,
Jenna Marbles and her boy of friends, Julian Salmolit. I don't know how the fuck you say his last name. But they do a podcast together called Jenna and Julian
Wait,
Podcast.
he's just a boyfriend?
Yeah, but he's a content creator as well.
Oh, okay. So what if they break up?
What?
What if they break up?
I don't know. I mean, they're basically fucking married. Like, they've been together for, like, 10 years.
Oh, okay.
You know?
Well,
it's like one of those, yeah. It's like a PewDiePie and Marcia situation. Like, they're together.
They've been together.
I don't think that's going to happen. Way to bring some negativity into
Sorry, I didn't know.
No, but they have a podcast, and I was watching it, and I was like, why do I like that? Because I watch them mainly, and I got into their podcast because they do like conspiracy and like unsolved mystery type stuff and it's creepy stories, and I fucking love that shit, okay? And that's why I got into it. But then I found myself like just watching their videos and them like playing random games or just like wearing face masks or doing stupid shit like that. And I'm like, why do I enjoy this? I wanted to think about like why I enjoy it. So I paused it. And the reason that I like it because, one, when you're seeing them sitting there, it's not just two people sitting there. It's Jenna Marbles. You know what I'm saying? I mean, she's all intents and purposes? She's basically a queen of YouTube, if you think about it. I mean, she's a fucking huge content creator. She was in a Pitbull music video. Did you know that?
Really?
Yeah.
She's like an extra, or
she was like one of the background dancers, but like Wally was saying, I don't know. I think that's kind of cool. But I don't know. She just like PewDiePie. She's part of the reason why the internet's like how it is today.
Right.
Why we have creators. I mean, her and PewDiePie are huge fucking inspirations for me starting YouTube, and that's just one person. I can't imagine how many other people they've inspired. I mean, just look at the people that follow her. Ryan Trahan follows her. Matt Carringer follows her. Like, all these people follow her. She's a huge inspiration to a lot of people. She's Jenna Marbles, right? And I'm like, but then there's Julian. And it's not just like he falls in her shadow because he's a very, very funny fucking person. I mean, the dude's fucking hilarious. So he's a funny person, and his vlogs, I really like his vlogs. They're kind of like a Casey Neistat kind of vibe, but like they're more like fuck about, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I think it's funny because on his channel, he's like a 3-year-old, but on his channel, he's like just a dude taking care of shit, right? And I think that's so interesting, just that balance. And I think I've been noticing this more, like when I watch like PewDiePie's old streams when he's playing with like other people, like Cinnamon Toast Ken or some shit like that. It's like, so you have Brad, who's his editor now,
right? And
you have Ken or whatever, and then there's PewDiePie, and they're all playing together. But like one of them is PewDiePie. You know what I'm saying? And like Matt Carringer when he's hanging out with like the Crispy Dude or Lunkers TV, it's like, yeah, they're there too, but like
there's Matt.
You're standing next to Matt Carringer.
Right.
Like that's fucking crazy. You know what I'm saying? So like, I don't know, that's just something I've been thinking about.
And like I don't know. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
And I need to establish myself as like, that's Grif Deck. I know who he is. Whether you give a fuck about me or not, it's just you know who I am.
And maybe that's how our relationship turns out someday. Like it's like, yeah, Luke Medlin's there and like he's an established kind of guy and like everybody likes him, but like you're in the presence of fucking Grif Deck. You know what I mean?
I don't know. That's just something I've been thinking about. Not that like that's a desire to like be a huge fucking, and not that I would ever in a million years be as big as like PewDiePie or Jenna Marbles, but I want to have that established household name,
right? Of having like being like there, because
like it's not just like, oh, there's Matt Carringer and then there's that fucking kid. It's like Matt Carringer and this other creator, this other established creator. Yeah.
Do you know him, by the way?
Yeah, Official Reaper. I think I follow him.
I don't know why, but I always want to say the Official Grim Reaper.
Just said it now. But yeah, so I would want to be established before I meet someone.
Yeah. And I can understand that. I can understand that. Oh, I can understand that.
But I felt kind of weird about that because, like, is that a wrong thing?
No.
You don't think so?
To want to be official, like, right away? Or, I mean, to eventually get there?
Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't think I put in the work quite yet. I don't think so.
I mean, you definitely need to do a lot.
Yeah, we got a lot of work to do.
But at some point.
But I would just rather be established name rather than just meeting him as a fan and being like, oh yeah, that was a cool kid.
But like,
now I'm gonna go back to doing it.
Like for me, it would be a dream come true if I went to Austin, Texas or whatever, drove down to San Antonio and just sat like in front of a fucking gun store and waited for Matt Carringer to go in there and be like, yeah, I'm about to buy an AK. You want to come in and hang out with me while I do it or something? Yeah. Like that would be so cool. Or like hold a conversation with him just for like 5 minutes. Mm. That'd be so cool. Even as just a fan, you know? Or be like,
why? But that mental block, like I could not do it. I wouldn't want to do it. Honestly, if I saw someone like that in public, I can't say that I would approach them. And maybe that's fucking stupid, but like I feel like in my mindset of wanting to be a creator, like I feel like I need to like have it before I go.
Yeah, and that would kind of be like a weird thing if you like did go up to him and was just like, hey, have you heard about my channel? Like I'm Grif Deck.
And I wouldn't fucking do that, not in a million years, because that's fucking shit. That's so fucking annoying.
Yeah.
I have people doing that to me. No.
Have you heard about my channel? Yeah, that'd be retarded ass. Low key though.
But I think that's kind of a good thing because I think that's good in pushing me to like establish myself. But at the same time, I think it is a bad thing. I think that is one of my flaws. Yeah. Because I think maybe that's more of an intimidation thing. But I think that's cool, and I never really thought about that. Or just the fact that just like when you're hanging out, like let's say you're in a group of 5 guys or whatever, and they're hanging out with Felix Schellberg, right? That's PewDiePie. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Or like if you're just fucking about or whatever, hanging out with your friends, but one of them happens to be Chris Pratt. It's not just hanging out with the boys, it's hanging out with the boys, and that's also Chris Pratt.
Right.
But like it would be cool to like be in a situation where even if it's Matt Carringer, like you're hanging out with him and you're hanging out with your buddies and him, and and you're just there, and you see him as just like he's a friend, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's also like that's also Demo Ranch. You know what I'm saying? It's a cool thing.
For me, I think it'd be like super.
He's
cool.
also Spider-Man.
I think it'd be super cool. Not only yeah. I mean, I could say that like it'd be super cool. It'd be super cool for like me to have that household name, or like that name of this like wow, but like it's.
And neither one of us will ever be a household name. We're never gonna get as big as.
Well,
PewDiePie.
don't ever say that. You might be.
No, I don't think because PewDiePie, especially on online, like, I mean, Dan Reynolds isn't even a household name. People like Beyonce are household names.
I mean, I know who Dan Reynolds is.
I know, but that's because I have an issue. Sorry.
No, but I know what you mean. I mean, I don't know. There'll be some point when we get there. You know what I mean? Like, and I bet you that if you ask some motherfucker in the Bronx, okay, who PewDiePie is, he won't know. He's like, what the fuck is a PewDiePie? Is that from the store down at the 5th and Avenue?
But PewDiePie is a household name. He's very well known.
Yeah, he's very well known, but not known by everybody.
That's not what a household name is.
I know.
Fuck you.
But I'm just saying, at some point you might get there.
You want some scotch? Come here, kiss Grandpa. You want some scotch? This is how I'm gonna be when I'm 85. You want some scotch?
God, you would be the worst fucking grandpa. God damn.
He just smells like scotch, cigars, and shit. Smells like garlic and shit all
No,
day.
you'd be the one that would have the stroke.
Okay.
Grandpa?
But yeah, so that's something I've been thinking about. So yeah, fucking love music. Music's good.
Yeah.
Do
And, yeah.
you have a topic?
No, bring in one of your conspiracy theories. I'm dying to hear one of them.
Okay.
You've been talking about it all goddamn week.
I'm not going to get them all out there. But I do have one, and this one relates closely to what we've been talking about for the past, not last episode, so not 20, but 19, 18, and 17, I believe.
Okay.
Kind of going off of Stranger Things somewhat. This is a conspiracy, okay? And it's about not yours truly, not me, but Coca-Cola, if you will.
Really?
Please give me cock. Please give me cock. Yeah, it's about Coca-Cola. So, and I believe you didn't bring this to my attention, but you re-brought it to my attention. Because apparently in the new Stranger Things, they're bringing back the whole new Coke thing. Because that was a time period.
Right.
And that actually happened in 1985. I did my research, and that's when it fucking happened.
I figured that it was in 1985.
Don't test me, fucker. Okay? I'm the alpha and the omega.
Hey, well, at least we know that Stranger Things 3 is taking place in 1985.
Yeah. Well, they could be fucking with timelines. Who knows? Please. You can't hear anything else when you do that.
1985.
Just defeated. But yeah, so in 1985, Coca-Cola released. Well, they stopped.
New Coke. It was a new
stopped
formula.
Coke. They stopped Coke and they released
New
new Coke. They weren't selling the old Coke as we know
At
it today.
all.
No, not at all. You couldn't find it anywhere. Maybe in like the back of a store if it like rolled under a cabinet.
Liquid gold, you guys.
But yeah, so they did that, and I don't know how many years that. I don't even think it was a year. I think it was like months.
Switched it back.
We're talking months.
Quick.
Yeah, like I would say 4 months tops. Like I don't think it was very long. Maybe 6 months. I don't know. Well, it doesn't matter. But anyway, so they switched it back to normal Coke, and people were like, "Oh fuck yes, thank God," and they are still who they are today. Now the conspiracy is that Coke did this on purpose. They knew it was a shit product, right? And they released it on purpose to reamp the craze of Coke. And that's part of the reason why they're so successful today. Do you believe that?
It's a good business evoke.
It is, but it isn't. It's the smartest, but also the dumbest fucking shit anyone could do.
Yeah, you're right.
But what do you think?
Because, so if the head CEO of Coca-Cola,
John Stamos,
if he said that, he goes, okay, I have a plan, and this is what we're going to do, and we're going to follow suit. Here are the events year by year. 1984, we're at the height of our career. Or, no, we're dipping down.
Yeah, they were probably drumming up.
We've been at the height of our career for a few years now.
Or they were stagnant.
In 1985, in 1984, we've been lowered to the bottom of the beverage food chain. Okay, we're getting low. We're not selling as much as we used to. We're losing profits because we're staying the same. Let's try something new. And then they release this new Coke, thinking, wow, this could be really good. and then they go for it, and then everybody's like, no, bring back
So
old
this is
Coke.
him explaining the plan.
Yeah, and then they bring back old Coke or whatever, and then
Boost sales.
it just skyrockets, and then they go back
Which it did.
to new Coke.
People
old
freaked
Coke,
the fuck out when they brought it back,
Right, and
just
then-
like they did when they.
And maybe that was his idea, or John Stamos said, everything's low. We need something to boost our our profits.
So it's
like,
either a genuine
now,
attempt, or it was like, let's
or it
fucking
was-
scam these people.
Well,
Let's hustle these motherfuckers.
I don't think it was necessarily a scam.
No,
even
but it was
if
a hustle.
was a thing. Yeah, it was definitely a hustle. It's saying
Oh, we
that-
tried this new product. Oh, you don't like it? Boom!
Yeah,
Coke.
go
I
back.
just peeked the mic, sorry.
So like going back to like
God.
saying God in general. No, but like saying that like you're
4 BC.
4 years before.
Just people
Christ.
screaming into rocks. What is this house?
Rock.
House!
Fucking. Anyways, so John Stamos says,
Bricklaying.
he goes, 1984, profits are dropping. Okay, we're getting stagnant.
Okay, you're just re-saying what you're saying.
Okay.
So do you think it
But-
do you think it happened or not? What do you think personally?
If John Stamos was a smart man,
Basically, just the CEO of Coke or whoever.
if the CEO John Stamos of Coca-Cola was a smart man, it was a hoax.
So you think they genuinely tried?
Yeah.
You think they?
No, it was a hoax. A hoax. Do you know what a hoax means?
Yeah, you're saying the conspiracy is a hoax.
No,
Okay.
that it was a hoax to the people of 1985.
Mm. So you think it was a genuine attempt?
Yeah. No,
Sorry,
a hoax.
Sorry, I meant the other way around.
God,
I don't think a hoax is the best word to put there.
a hoax like a fake, like a non-genuine attempt.
Just sounds weird.
Hoax. Have you not heard the term hoax
I've
before?
heard the term hoax.
No. Yeah,
I'm
you pissed me
familiar-
off.
I'm familiar with it. Okay, here's what I think. I don't think it was a genuine attempt. I think it was a scam. But I think it could be easily disputed just because of the fact of why the fuck would, even if they're... I'm aware of the term hoax. It just fucking sounds weird. Jesus Christ.
That sounds smart, is what it is.
No, it doesn't.
I'm Stephen Hawking.
So I think...
What's
I think it was...
a hoax?
Yeah. A
A
hoax.
hoax, okay.
I don't think that it was a genuine attempt at making a new product. I don't think so. But I think you could easily say that, yeah, it was a genuine attempt. Because what fucking company in their right mind, even if sales
Discontinues their
I mean,
entire
Coke wasn't
line.
dipping. They weren't dipping down.
Right, but
They
they
were doing
saying the
fine,
same.
just like they've always been. After they took cocaine out, I bet they dropped a little bit. But
Yeah.
by the way, isn't that fucking crazy, the fact
Yeah,
that there was
that-
cocaine
it was
sifting
made.
around in there
It was literally made
with cocaine?
with cocaine, and it was literally founded.
Good thing
the
it's a
name
soft drug, boys.
Coca-Cola.
Anyway, I think that if any company has to dispute the dispute, if any company has the absolute fucking gonads, the balls, if you will.
To take on Coca-Cola.
No, what are you smoking? Pass it over. If any if any company has the balls to release a shit product and then bring back their original product to boost sales, it would be Coke. I think. So I think that the product was
Did you know
planted.
that at one point Pepsi owned a naval force?
Did you know that at one point Pepsi, Brad's drink at the time, came to Coke and tried to sell itself to Coke?
Are you serious?
Yeah, because they were bankrupt. They didn't have any money. And Coke was like, no, we don't want your shitty product. But that's kind of stupid because now you could have eliminated a competitor, Coke. Actually, I think it might have been the other way around. Coke might have come to Pepsi. I'm not sure. Yeah, because I think Pepsi was Brad's drink at the time, was booming, and then Coke kind of came up behind him. It was one of those ways. I think it was Coke that came to Pepsi.
Okay, let me ask you this.
Let me ask you this one time.
Let me ask you this one time. Pepsi or Coke? Please do God.
I know what you like, and despite... I have a Crystal Pepsi thing on my dresser
I have a
over there.
fucking Coke chalkboard over there.
Yeah, I do. And I also had Coke sheets at one point. Personally, I don't really drink either one of them. I don't really
But
care.
if you had a preference on
Here's
both
the thing. To
the
me,
company,
they don't taste that different.
to me they do.
To me, they don't.
Pepsi
Favorite
is
reliable
way
soda?
more sweet.
Root beer. It's my favorite soda.
Okay, yeah, I can agree on that. But I mean,
And that's
love
Pepsi,
Coke.
isn't it?
No.
Is root beer Pepsi or is it
No,
Coke?
root beer is non-branded, but Barks root beer is Coca-Cola company.
Okay.
Mug
And that's good shit.
is Pepsi.
I like Mug, dude. I would like Mug more than Barks.
Yeah. I mean, Pepsi...
But as far as like just
company,
Pepsi and
yeah,
Coke...
Yeah, exactly. And not necessarily...
I would go with Pepsi, to be honest with you, just because like the crystal,
taste,
I think it's cool.
Not just the taste, but like
I don't
the
taste
company.
The difference. I think Coke...
The company, and like what it stands for, and how they present themselves.
Well, here's the thing. Cocaine or Brad's drink? I think Coca-Cola... Let me just get this out here. I think Coca-Cola has better branding. I think they look... It's just fucking cool as shit.
I think that Coca-Cola takes the Coke...
Takes the Coke.
I meant to say cake, yeah. Coca-Cola takes the cake for everything because of, one, their originality for what they've been and how they've been there. Not only having to take out cocaine out of their syrup because it's fucking illegal now, but the fact that they have stayed true to like their formula, and when they did try something, they realized like, damn, being original is like the only thing that's keeping us alive right now. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, I think that Coca-Cola, their branding, how they are, how original they
Coke
kept.
Was released in 1886, and Brad's drink was released in 1889.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, hold on. Say those dates again.
So Coke, 1886, and then Brad's drink, Coke, Pepsi. Was released 1889.
So Coke came first.
Yeah, Coke came first, but just by a little bit. So they really have been like neck and neck for a little bit. It's pretty crazy. But yeah, I think Pepsi,
in my personal opinion, Coke is the best.
Just Coke looks better.
Yeah.
But to me, honestly, personally, I don't really care because I don't really drink either one of them. The only time I drink Coke is when I'm with you and we don't have any more soda.
You know that they made clear Coke, right?
Yeah, but I think Pepsi just looks cooler. Because it's like all retro and cool.
I mean, that's when Coke came out with like that kind of stuff too.
What?
Crystal Pepsi and clear Coke came out with the exact
I think
same
that
time.
I think that bottle right there, I think that looks fucking dope.
Yeah, Coke. Have you ever seen like clear Coke?
No.
Like it looks retro too. They came out at the same time.
I'm not bashing Coke.
But they're both retro.
Well, Pepsi was part of the whole Back to the Future thing, though.
Huh?
Do you remember that?
Pepsi was? Yeah, because every time they'd like...
Because that was fucking dope as shit. And they brought that back for a little bit in 2014. Because that's when, like, supposedly he went to the future.
Yeah.
Damn, I got a date right.
Actually, no, it's 2015.
Fuck. Yeah, that's close.
So apparently they're selling new Coke again.
Yeah, probably for Stranger Things. I'd love to taste it, see how much different... But I can't really tell a difference. Maybe if I did it side by side, I could tell a difference between Pepsi and Coke. But I generally don't care. But I would say, like, if I had to stick to one, it would be Coke. Because if I'm offered a Coke or a Pepsi, I would take a Coke. I just would. Just because it looks fucking cooler.
Right.
I mean, it generally does. I mean, like, Coke branding, like, they just look fucking dope.
Like, this was the cans that they used. Coca-Cola did.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that, to me, that looks so fucking cool.
It's kind of ugly to me. I don't know.
I mean, but it's retro, though. You know what I mean?
I just think that looks cooler. Maybe it's just because it's like an actual bottle. It's on a can. I don't know.
But...
I really don't care, but I would pick Coke.
Okay, good.
Just because it looks cooler.
I agree.
Cooler.
Coke is the best.
Yeah.
In my
But
opinion.
then again, if I see someone drinking Pepsi or Mountain Dew, I'm going to judge him. You fat fuck. But if I see him drinking Coke, I'm like, he's got style.
Yeah.
You fat fuck.
I mean, I don't know. That's a tough thing. And I think that...
So you think it was... you see, it wasn't a general attempt.
Yeah, it was just a hoax.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people do some pretty devious stuff when it comes to business ideas and keeping businesses alive. And to me, it seems like Coke, as genuine as they are, they could definitely pull something off like that, and they would be the only ones that would leave everybody any of the wiser.
Plus, Pepsi is a whole, like, ad campaign thing with...
Right, with Taylor Swift and fucking...
Kylie... Was it Kylie Jenner?
Taylor Swift and Kylie Jenner.
It wasn't Kylie Jenner.
Kendall Jenner.
Kendall Jenner. How many fucking Jenners are there?
A lot.
18.
Yeah, damn near. There was a man that turned into a woman.
No shade to Kendall Jenner, though.
Yeah, she's
She's the one that hasn't even worked on, has she?
Mm-mm.
Natural
She is all natural, and man,
I love.
does it look good on her?
Yeah, I love what H3 talked about, because I've always thought like, obviously I'm not really big on like cosmetic like enhancement shits or whatever.
Well,
I think
of course,
it's fucking
sane
weird.
person is fucking.
Yeah, I mean, I guess to a certain extent, like if you gotta fix your nose, I'm not gonna judge you. I really don't fucking care, but I'm not gonna judge you. But like, don't do it. I wouldn't do it. It's not gonna look good. It just plastic surgery. It doesn't look good. It really doesn't.
I agree.
Like it never looks okay. Like
if you're trying to
Michael
fix like your
Jackson.
jawline,
You remember Michael Jackson?
just leave it.
Fucking terrifying. I mean, he's a brilliant artist, but like,
What? Yeah.
touched a couple kids.
He's dead now.
We're not gonna talk about it. But I always thought like it worked with Big Ass. What's her name?
Kim Kardashian.
Yeah, I've always.
But she
thought,
didn't get facial reconstruction done.
No. Well, yeah, she did. She
Like
did.
what,
She used
though?
to look totally different.
What though?
Have you seen the before and after?
Yeah, but what though?
I don't follow up on her surgeries.
Because there's a lot of people that do like jawline surgeries and like forehead surgeries and like bone.
She has a different face.
Bone construction.
She probably did stuff to her nose.
Yeah,
She used to look a lot cuter, but now she just looks. I mean, she's okay.
hot, pretty,
Yeah, but I think.
like over attractive.
But here's the thing: it's all fake, and I like that H3 made that video, and he's talked about this on his podcast. If you guys watch his podcast, he's a little bit smaller than us. He's getting started.
Yeah, H3.
Yeah,
Just a tiny bit.
just a tiny bit, you know, it's fine. But he like brought it to everyone's attention of the fact that like it's fake.
Right.
Like photographers found her on the beach, and I think fuck like paparazzi. I think that's so fucking annoying. Just shoving a camera in someone's face. I think it's just stupid. But anyway, they caught her on the beach and they took pictures of her, and like her ass in her pictures is like smooth, like it looks perfect, but like in real life it's fucking chunky.
Yeah, and lumpy and all
Yeah,
that
it doesn't
kind of
look
stuff.
natural. No.
There was one time where like her implant like turned around or some shit like that, and
Really?
like the flat side was on the outside, and so her ass was just like, yeah, that's bad. That's really bad.
Yeah, I just fucking don't.
Don't.
But do it. But also do it. Do it. Sorry, my squeaky.
Yeah, what time are we at?
We're at 40 minutes.
Oh wow. You got another conspiracy? That was actually kind of short.
This is kind of it. What do you want from me?
I want longer.
That went for 20 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Because we stopped the first thing at like 20 minutes. So this is actually kind of, if you guys saw the last episode, this is kind of a callback to that one. Because I planted a little prequel in the last episode of the bear versus...
Next time you do that, I'm going to bite you.
The bear versus gorilla. Anyway, so with the bear versus gorilla, sorry it's getting really fucking dark.
Yeah,
I don't know where this is gonna go. Let's just huddle in here. We'll stop it after this one.
Okay.
Even if it's a little short, I apologize. Okay. So with the whole bear versus
Gorilla.
gorilla thing, that was a prequel to something I wanted to get into because I've been really getting into Godzilla and Kong.
Oh, yeah?
Been really getting into those, and I want to
Godzilla versus Kong?
Yeah, because it's happening. That's the next movie coming out.
Really?
Yeah, because they did...
I thought it was Godzilla versus the monsters.
Yeah, that movie just came out. But after that, it's Kong versus Godzilla. Yeah. So, who do you think would win in a fight? Now, all I know is the statistics from Godzilla 2014 and Kong 2017?
Kong, King's Island...
Skull Island. I don't remember when that movie came out. But all I know is Kong Skull
fucking
Island.
King Kong on King's Island.
Kong.
Just fucking life off of the roller coasters.
Okay, so all I know is the statistics from, and that's what I'm going to use them from, is Godzilla, just the new one, 2014, and then the Kong Skull Island movie. So in that movie, Godzilla is 350 feet, and then Kong is 104 feet. Now, get a little factual here. I've been like going and looking at I watched a fan made.
He's a third of his height.
Yeah. Here's the thing though. He does have opposable thumbs. He is a monkey, so he has like advantages in that way, right? And plus he uses his surroundings. Godzilla doesn't do that. So this is kind of helping with your argument with that's why I use that comparison because I think that's pretty close. Yeah. Anyway, but so I watched a fan made Godzilla versus
Kong.
Godzilla versus Kong animation. It was actually really beautifully animated. It was a really good film. I recommend. I'll link it in the description if I can remember. And I watched it, and that one, plug your ears if you don't want to know the ending, or just go watch it real quick and come back. Well, you need to hear it because you're part of this. You don't have a choice. But in that one, Kong actually tries to break Godzilla's jaw, right? But Godzilla bites down and bites off a couple of Kong's fingers, and eventually Godzilla comes off on top because he drowns Kong. He brings him to the depths of the ocean and then swims off. So he kills Kong. He wins. But in the 1962 version, which is just dudes in suits beating the hell out of each other and crushing little like model houses or some shit, it's kind of inconclusive because Godzilla disappears and you just see Kong supposedly swimming off, and that's how they end it. So we don't really know. I would say Godzilla died, but at the same time, he disappeared. There's no bodies, there's no evidence, because the humans are just like, Godzilla's gone, but there's Kong swimming off. Kong. So it was inconclusive. Probably because they were both so popular at the time.
Right.
But so that's just a couple things to think about. But Kong did put up a fucking good fight. And in both of those, they were close to the same size. In the fan-made one, Kong was a little bit shorter. And I think that they're making him somewhat shorter in this one as well.
I mean, okay, from the one...
Well, yeah, just tell me what you would think, just from, like, not knowing too much. And just from what I've told you.
From King Kong, okay, the movie.
Have you seen Godzilla yet?
Yeah.
2014? Okay.
Yeah, that was one of my favorite movies.
It's a good movie.
Yeah,
it is.
It really is. But from King Kong, like the actual King Kong movie, you remember that? The one where he breaks the dinosaur's jaw?
Yeah.
I'm
not using that.
Yeah, I know, but I mean,
because that one was like that ape was like 50 foot. That one, no, I think it was like 40 foot. By the way, if you've gone back and watched the original King Kong,
so you're using Kong Skull Island.
Yeah, because those are the two models that we have now that are actually going to fight.
That motherfucker's pretty huge.
Yeah, he's 104 foot and Godzilla is 350 foot. But here's the thing: they even say in the film that Kong. Now, keep in mind, they visited that island in Vietnam times.
Right.
And then in 2014, that was around, in the 2014 Godzilla movie, that was around the 2000s.
Well, they started testing nuclear bombs in the ocean during, like, the 40s.
Mm-hmm.
So
they're roughly the same age.
From 70 years.
So Godzilla is 350 feet. So supposedly, because obviously we only saw Kong in Skull Island, we only saw him back in the Vietnam days. We haven't seen him recently. So he could have grown. I would say he could be the same size now. But I'm just using the statistics that we have.
Didn't they say that both of his parents died and he was just a teenager?
Yeah, he was young. So that's what I'm saying. He could grow, but we don't know that for sure. He could max out 104 foot. He could get to 400 feet. We don't know.
Well, I don't think he can be as big as Godzilla, but I definitely think that he can be...
He's going to probably have to be close,
At least half, if not a little more than half.
I don't know how much Kong weighs, but Godzilla, I would guess... How much do you think Kong weighs in that movie? 10,000 pounds? Because Godzilla here's just a statistic for you. Because I watched a dude, he put the kaijus from Pacific Rim against like Godzilla. Mm-hmm. Obviously Godzilla would fucking win. Because Godzilla, obviously he's 350 feet tall, but he's 90,000 tons. So, jeez. Plus he shoots radioactive material, which would just fucking burn Kong. So Kong's gonna need to be bigger, and he's gonna need to bulk up.
But the only thing is if he's smaller and a little bit like more agile than Godzilla, if
Godzilla gets tired because in the 2014 he sleeps. Remember?
Right. Yeah.
He gets tired.
But like if Godzilla and just spit at this motherfucker, and like Godzilla and King Kong can like maneuver through, and let's say this takes place in like Tokyo, where normally big fights happen.
Poor Tokyo.
Yeah, poor Tokyo. But
shout out Tokyo, Murder on the Beat.
Say King Kong can be maybe as high as like, I don't know, 6 or 7 story high. No, that's definitely not right.
Keep in feet. Just keep it in feet. Because Godzilla's 350. Okay. So I think Kong will probably get to...
Well, I'm trying to compare it to buildings here. So
we'll just use their heights. Because Godzilla's not going to get any bigger.
In Godzilla's movie, he wasn't even as tall as the skyscrapers he was walking around, right?
He's 350 feet.
Yeah, but he wasn't as tall as the skyscrapers.
I know.
He was pretty close, but he wasn't as tall.
I know, but he's 350 feet.
I know. Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
But I'm saying Kong being shorter and maybe as tall as, I don't know.
He's definitely more agile because Godzilla's got to move on all that weight.
As a smaller skyscraper or a smaller building, he could definitely use the buildings to his advantage, especially fighting Godzilla, somebody that's almost as tall as the buildings.
Maybe that's why they make him smaller.
is so that he has that.
It evens it out.
That agility advantage. Because like I mean, if you're looking down the street and King Kong is standing right there, and Godzilla's standing right here, he's got like skyscrapers all around him. They've both. I mean, it's just one straight thing. There's cars everywhere. There's people running around, and Godzilla shoots his radioactive thing. Kong can easily dip through one of the buildings, climb up it, and come around Godzilla and just or whatever, and then like grab onto him and start punching the shit out of his eyes or something, or like get on top of him and put him in like a chokehold or some shit. I don't know. Well, because he's got the spikes on his back. So
and there's no way a punch would do anything to Godzilla. There's no way.
Well, no, I'm saying like swinging around a building because that's what monkeys do. They swing. If you haven't heard about that or not. But he could like come around the building and like use both of his feet and just like.
I think knowing what we know so far, just from the fan-made art that I saw where they fought, and from the original version, which in both of those, two different beasts supposedly won. We don't really know about the 1962 version because Godzilla just kind of disappears. Yeah. Right? I think the only chance that Kong really has is if he gets close to him in height. Because he's going to need more mass to really deal out the punches to get him. Even if he's swinging and building up momentum, that's 90,000 tons of fucking
I know,
lizard.
but that's also fucking...
He's not going to be agile, but, dude, he's not going to... There's no way Kong could breach him. Like, he's going to... So I think it's safe to say that from Vietnam to the 2000s, Kong's definitely going to get bigger. For sure.
Let's hope.
Yeah.
Or else it's not going to be much of a fight.
Yeah. Yeah, it won't be. Well, I mean, think about what Kong did, or Godzilla did to the
Mothra?
Yeah, the little one. Fucked it. Fucked it in the ass. And think about what Kong did to the big skull crawler.
Yeah.
They're roughly the same size. Kong got his fucking ass handed to him.
And I think that they did this for a reason.
He had to get the humans to help him.
I think, but hold on, I think they did this for a reason.
Well, that was like to build him up. Just like, okay, here he's fighting these little lizards.
Right.
How's he going to fight the big guy?
No, not that. What I'm about to bring up. But I think the cinematography did this for a reason, and the plotting. Well, most of the plotting. But I feel like they did this for a reason. Is what they did is when Kong was up against that that wrecked ship. Yeah. He got that chain and just whipped that fucking turbine over that. He used, like, tools. Like, things around
Which
him.
he'll definitely fucking do with Godzilla.
Right, like... Because he's smart. What I think is he's gonna, like King Kong... And not necessarily punch him, but even if, like I said, King Kong was smaller than Godzilla, I feel like his use of tools and other things around him would not only help, but turn the tide of the fight. Not only for just pure mass... But also for smarting out or outsmarting a fucking giant ass lizard. Because if you get something sharp enough, that big, like a giant fucking steel beam out of a building.
But think of how dense.
And like it was Godzilla's I know. But if you're as big as a fucking monkey, you know, and you're under him,
if you're as big as a regular monkey, you're fucked anyway.
And you just go like straight up into this Godzilla's like abdomen while he's sitting here just going, you know.
I think you're overestimating it. I don't think it would do much. I generally don't.
I think it would.
It definitely wouldn't kill him.
I mean, because Mothra like almost fucking handed Godzilla's ass to him. It wasn't until the end when he finally charged up his back spikes and he went, and then they went, you know.
Can you please stop with your little animations? Okay, now you're hitting shit.
I mean, I think in my personal opinion,
the only chance that Godzilla, or the only thing that could do, I mean, because Kong isn't really that, his skin is not nearly as tough as Godzilla's.
Well, of course not.
But I think when he gets, because he's definitely, bare minimum, he's going to get to 250 feet, let's say, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he's definitely going to get bigger if he's going to fight Godzilla.
Half his size.
But here's the thing that's interesting to me. So they're definitely going to fight, because it's been teased, right? And it happened before, so why not happen again on the big screen? My thing is that Godzilla's the king of monsters, right? And he protects the Earth. The only time he comes up, usually he's pretty docile, but the only time he comes up is when a giant fucking moth threatens his territory, Earth, right? And the only time that Kong is really going to intervene is when something is affecting his wildlife. That's why he liked Brie Larson so much in that movie, is because she tried to protect
That was Brie Larson?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Well, when she tried to lift the ship off the helicopter off that little ram thing, right? Kong saw that, and he ended up saving her afterwards because he knew that she had a good heart. She protected, right? And that's what he does. He protects. That's why he defeats the skull crawlers, right? So they're both protectors. So why would they fight? So I think Kong is probably either going to get brought to the mainland, which is more plausible because there's buildings and that's more of like a traditional fight, or Godzilla somehow swims to that island and threatens Kong. But they're both inherently good, so I think it could end up to be a draw. It really could. Because they are both... I mean, they're both animals, right? But they're both good. They both have good hearts.
I would like to see both of them out of their element and put into, like, a city.
Yeah. Well...
Godzilla's element is not in the city.
They're both...
Even though he's fought there before, that's not his element.
Both of their kind of... I mean, when you think of Godzilla, you think of a city.
Yeah, but...
When you think of Kong, you think of a city.
When I think of Godzilla, I think of the ocean.
Well, yeah, he would definitely... He would it wouldn't even be a fight if he got Kong in the ocean.
Right.
It's
Which
over.
is why I'm saying, like...
100% over.
If they were both out of their element...
Put him in the middle of the fucking desert. All right, figured out. But then again, there's also the conspiracy of... Matt Pat brought this up in film theory, where Monarch actually planted Godzilla there planted Kong there to defeat Godzilla. And so, because you know how the skull crawlers, they come from underneath, they come from the vents, and they have sunken in eyes, and they're like all skeleton-y, right? Because they've been underground, had to survive from whatever the fuck killed the dinosaurs and shit like that. So that makes sense. But Kong, he has fur. That doesn't really make... Why would he be a furry mammal surviving underground in a dark cave? Right. Doesn't make any sense. So MatPat believes that Monarch, and I think this is very plausible, that Monarch brought Kong there. We let him grow, right? Now, obviously, the science doesn't add up. He wouldn't be 104 foot tall.
That, and also, didn't we see the bones of his his parents?
I'm getting to that. That's kind of the confusing part to me. But the ship is actually... I forget what the name of the ship is. The Voyager, I think that's what it's called. The Voyager, that's the ship where they have the shrine for Kong, right?
Right.
Okay, well, in the original, that's the same ship that brought Kong from the island to New York. So, they flipped the script in this one, and we created... Because Monarch, we created Kong... brought him there. We're like, okay, we're going to let him grow, and then we're going to send a crew in, this Vietnam time, we're going to send a crew in, and they're going to drop these sequence bombs or whatever. They're going to release the skull crawlers, and we're going to see if this fucking monkey can do what it's designed to do. Kill these big-ass lizards. Kill Godzilla. That's the conspiracy, which I think is plausible, but what about his parents? Could those be just fake skeletons? Sure, they could. Could something else be going on? Sure, could. Or they planted all three of them there, right?
And then they tried to see...
Could be.
The luck of three.
And maybe just Kong's will, he survived and they just didn't.
Right.
They got overwhelmed by skull
And they
crawlers.
know for a fact that, like, okay, well, if this one is the
or
one that
they
survived...
just died of old age.
Yeah.
I don't think that's plausible, though, because Kong is, like, he's 13, yet he's, like, fucking old as shit.
Well, that, and hold on, let me see. If you take... Because this was during 1965, we'll say. Minus 19.
For what?
So 20 years from when they tested nuclear bombs.
Mm-hmm.
If Kong was created because of... Or if Kong and his parents were created from nuclear bombs, his parents would have only been 20 years old, maximum.
Mm-hmm. So that's where the parents don't really add up with that
Right.
theory. Could it be a theory killer? Yes. But it also they could just be planted there for story. For the people to believe, like, okay, where did he come from? That's your explanation, right?
Right.
I think it was definitely Monarch, and I think we definitely planted him there to kill Godzilla.
Right.
But, I don't know. And I mean, to be fair, if you're going to try and fight anything in nature, you might as well fucking bring a giant monkey.
I think what... Is that movie out right now?
King of Monsters?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's been out, dude.
For
I haven't seen it.
how long?
I don't know, a couple weeks. Let's not get into that now.
Yeah, well, I mean, this might actually change how we see this.
Well, that's why I said that's why I said at the beginning, I'm only using Godzilla and Kong Skull Island. Those are the only ones because those are the only ones I've seen. But Godzilla does fight all those monsters.
Yeah, and he takes on all of them.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. Godzilla is he's the protector of Earth.
Right.
And he's been around for fucking ever.
Right.
And Kong is just this kid. So I don't even see them fighting. It just doesn't really make sense to me because they're both protectors of their own territory. Mm-hmm. But I guess if you cross that, you're gonna get a fucking mix-up, baby.
Yeah, where they're getting into each other's territory and not necessarily be.
I think what'll happen is they're gonna send a ship and it's gonna bring Kong. They're gonna sedate him, some shit like that. Because Kong did get knocked out, I think a couple times in that movie. Like he was knocked out. Because I mean, the humans knocked him out with napalm, and Godzilla, he got tired and passed out in the city, and he woke up again. But then again, I mean, so I mean, they both have shown weakness and like. But then again, I don't know.
It's a tough thing.
It really is. You can't just say one or the other. Not like the bear. You can't. Not like the bear versus the gorilla.
Because you don't know everything yet.
No. We don't know everything yet, and it's just one's a giant ape, one's a giant fucking lizard. I just know that Godzilla. I mean, they even talk about this in the movie. For all intents and purposes, he is a god. He's literally a fucking god. I mean, he shoots fucking radiation.
Right, but a god that can die.
He's been around a long time. I mean, he's powerful as fuck.
Who knows?
Yeah, who knows?
Let's see.
So who do you think would... I mean, just out of your ass, who do you think would win?
King Kong.
You think so? Why? Why are you so with monkeys? What's wrong with
I don't know. It kind of makes sense to me. Like the small agility and like being able to take on the bigger person, you know? It just kind of makes sense to me.
I think Godzilla will win. But then again, I don't fucking know.
I mean, they could kill a... well, I don't know. It kind of makes sense if they would let Kong win. That way they could make... They made Godzilla, and then Godzilla King of Monsters, and then Godzilla versus King Kong, and then make another King Kong movie after he beats up Godzilla.
Honestly, I think...
That way they kind of end Godzilla after 2 movies, and then they end King Kong after 2 movies. I don't know. Who knows?
I think it's too early to, like, kill one of them off in the universe. I generally think it's going to be a draw. I think one of them's going to win. So maybe what they'll do is this 1962 version where Kong is swimming off. It's like, where the fuck did Godzilla go? He disappears, and then maybe they fight again at some point. Something like that.
They realize they're both protectors.
Or Godzilla kicks the shit out of Kong, and Kong disappears, and Godzilla walked away having victory, and then Kong goes on. They make a couple more moves for him. He fights a couple more beasts, gets his strength, and then they fight. But then again, it doesn't really make sense of why they would ever even meet or fight. Again. It really doesn't. Because they're both inherent... I mean, they're both animals, right? They're both... they're both very intelligent, though. They really fucking are. But they're both protectors of Earth.
Yeah, and
Kong doesn't really even know about... I mean, Kong is...
Kong doesn't know about anything else besides Vietnam.
He's a baby for all intents and purposes.
Well, wherever he is, he's obviously not in Vietnam.
No.
He'd be stepping on the fucking Viet Cong.
But yeah, so one of them is a baby and then one of them is a god. So I think, from what we know now...
Teenager.
From what we know now, I think Godzilla will win. But, if he's 104 foot and Godzilla is this god who's fought all these monsters...
Yeah, I don't know. It's a good case.
But, so yeah, I don't think that one of them will kill each other in their first battle.
We'll see.
Yeah. I think we'll have a victor.
Stephen Hawking, so we'll see.
I think we'll have a victor, but I don't think anyone will die. That's an hour. That's 2 episodes in one day.
It's Bash. Bash Brothers. We be fucking faster than chattering teeth.
Okay. We're going to end this one here. Sorry it got really fucking dark.
Yeah, but...
let us know what you think. Who would win? On the last episode, I guess, maybe we didn't say that, but who would win? A bear versus a gorilla? Luke thinks gorilla.
Yeah,
I think a
gorilla.
bear. I like how we're
sticking with the gorillas.
It's kind of funny how we're both consistent. Because I think the bear and Godzilla would be very similar, and I think obviously the 2 gorillas would be similar, and I think Godzilla and the bear, and you think both gorillas.
And that we can disagree.
Mm-hmm. But honestly, I like Kong Skull Island better than
level.
I liked Kong Skull Island better than I liked Godzilla.
Yeah, so did I.
I think it was a better movie. Because my whole problem with Godzilla is that they're always so fucking dark. You can't really see what the fuck's going on. Okay. Oh, by the way, I watched Kong Skull Island here recently. Hey, shh. I watched Kong Skull Island here recently. And, when they're getting in the helicopter to get off and go into the storm, whatever, when they first get to the island, Samuel L. Jackson, who plays the fucking crazy guy or whatever, when they're in there, he says, hold on to your butts.
Oh, yeah.
And I didn't notice that
when
until
I was in the movie
second.
theater, I forget who I went with. I think I went with my dad.
No, you went with me, dumb fuck.
Did I?
Yeah. We went together. Because remember when you filmed the...
That was the second time I saw it.
Okay.
But I think I went with my dad in like Lafayette or some shit.
Well, I noticed it the second time that I saw it too.
Yeah, and like when it, like in the first time that, or when we first saw it, I like looked at my dad and went,
dude, I spit up my coffee. I was like, oh shit. I love how they like sneak those in there.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so that's gonna do it for this one. Who would win, a bear or a gorilla, or Godzilla or Kong? How big is your dick?
place your bets.
We'll see you next week. Pussies. Pussies. Fuck are you going?